right, so definitely follow this channel. I'm going to be doing an update every time I film on the craziest things I've seen about the Epstein files since the last time I filmed. Uh, so this is part whatever of that. Like, we're going to start keeping parts and everything because every single couple of days, more things are coming out. I'm seeing more things. A new documents drop just happened with a bunch of more information. So first off, follow this YouTube GS Studios and turn on post notifications because I will be giving updates on what is going on with this story, what I'm seeing in the docs, what I've been seeing people see, and then I'm gonna just go on my channel and just take you through my thought process and ask questions and see what's going on. So I'm gonna probably post about 3 or 4 videos today. So if you're watching this video in the next however long, or maybe right now, there's gonna be probably 3 or 4 of these 5 minute to 10 minute videos of just going over insane things that I'm seeing, right? So I had to say that first off, but this video is gonna be about a poisonous plant known to produce a drug that blocks free will. Okay, so Jeffrey Epstein may have had a collection of highly poisonous plants known to produce a drug that blocks free will in its victims, according to newly discovered emails in the last document dump of the Epstein files. Now, I always like to say where I got my information from, or where I was like, what happened to me when I first saw this. A friend sent it to me, so I was like, okay, this is TMZ. I read the article, right? The TMZ article. We're not gonna go through this whole thing. We're kind of gonna just go fast, right? So, all right. Yep. According to newly discovered emails in the last document dump of the Epstein files, in one of the undiscovered messages, Epstein sent an email asking about his trumpet plants at a nursery. Okay. For background, Angel's trumpet plants are extremely toxic and produce a drug called scopolamine, which is known to basically turn humans into zombies, wiping them of memory and eliminating their free will. Severe intoxication reportedly may even cause paralysis and death. When I read this, I was like, okay, what the hell, is this actually true, or is this like a joke? Okay, so every time I see anything talking about Epstein emails, the first place I'm going is to Jmail, and then I looked it up, right? So I just came in from the article, asked about his trumpet plants at nursery. So I just copied and pasted it. And then if you don't load Jmail, go follow them on Twitter. This is, if you want to learn or do anything about the Epstein files, or just get lost down a rabbit hole yourself, or confirm things that you're seeing, this is the best piece of information that I've seen, right? So trumpet plants at nursery, search it in. All right, ask about my trumpet plants at nursery. And then you can also view original document from the U.S. Department of Justice. I'm not a robot. Are you 18 years of age or older? Yes, they verify your age. Okay, so this was sent on March 3rd of 2014. Ask Chris about my trumpet plants at nursery. And then let's see what they look like. Trumpet plants with scopolamine. Is that how you spell it? Scopolamine. So these are them, right? So they actually do look like trumpets. You see, okay, ask Chris about my trumpet plants at nursery. Okay? I'll let your mind do its thing on what nursery can mean in a bunch of different ways. But ask Chris about my trumpet plants at the nursery. So I'm like, okay, this is real. He's really saying this. Then I'm going back to the article. It goes in. For background, okay, it says what it is. And then, even more alarming, scopolamine reported doesn't show up on toxicology reports, which is crazy. And if you're wondering if Epstein was aware of this, there's an excellent chance he was. In another email, he was sent an article about the effects of scopolamine in the plant it comes from. And what did I... Oh, yeah. Because I'm like trying to go back and see, because sometimes I forget exactly how I found these things or what I was doing. I just went in here and I typed scopolamine. And then when you do it, you see this email that he was forwarded, a powerful drug growing in forests of Colombia that eliminates free will. It was in the Daily Mail. He was forwarded this in 2015, right? So he's emailed an article that talks about the plant that maybe put him onto this. January 27th, 2015, and he's forwarding it from Antony Verglas. So that's who is forwarding an email to Jeffrey Epstein about a plant that supposedly makes you lose your memory and takes away free will. Now, in 2014, so this was a year before, he said, ask Chris about my trumpet plants. If it was a year after, it would lead to that fact of, okay, he definitely knows. But then I also just wanted to look, okay, is this plant really real? Like scopolamine, I know I'm L speller, my bad. Real thing. Yes, scopolamine is a real thing, both as a legitimate FDA-approved pharmaceutical and as a dangerous naturally occurring substance, often called devil's breath, known for its misuse in criminal activities. Okay, all right. Extreme amnesia. They're saying that Jeffrey Epstein was in the emails, maybe talking about having this plant, this trumpet plant that's called scopolamine, that was able to cause extreme amnesia. And then it just makes you think, of course, of the movie Blink Twice, if you haven't seen it. It's a good movie, not a great movie, but it's a scary movie when you think about what it's about, how it could be real, and the fact that it was written by, what is it, by Zoe Kravitz, written or directed by her directorial debut from a famous actress, and that's a story that she chose to tell about a group of girls who were getting their memory taken away by like fingernail polish or some shit. Spoiler alert. And then it's in the Epstein files that Trump is, or Freudian slip, that might have been real. It's in the Epstein files that Epstein might have had some plant that was causing women to have and lose their memories. And again, this is the end of that. I mean, as I said, follow the channel as I continue to just say the craziest things I'm seeing. I'm going to do like 3 or 4 more videos. So if you're watching this, there's probably the other 3 or 4 already up of crazy things that I'm seeing. But I don't know how you keep reading and seeing about these things and not wonder how this isn't like a 10 or 15 minute segment on every single news channel, CNN, MSNBC, Fox. It doesn't matter what it is. Like, you know, when you watch the news for like a whole day or you have it on in the background, and every single hour they really kind of talk about the same 4 or 5 stories with just a different spin. When you start to look into the Epstein and you start looking into these things and you start saying, oh my God, this isn't fake. Like, this is real. This is like, look at the connections between people. Look at Ghislaine Maxwell and who her dad was, and then the connections. Look at just all these things. You start to get and feel an interesting feeling. And again, with the videos, there's reports that came out that Israel has reportedly built a security system for Jeffrey Epstein in one of his Manhattan apartment buildings. We're going to talk about that. Prince Andrew was arrested for maybe ties to Epstein. We're going to talk about that. Who was it? Lex Wexner, who, if you don't know, look him up. He was like basically saying he didn't do anything wrong. Same thing Bill Gates said. All these people who were best friends with Epstein all have these. They all say, I don't know what he was doing. I had a terrible time being friends with him, and as soon as I found out what he was doing, I stopped talking to him. They all say the same thing. Lex Wexner just said that. Bill Gates, we don't. It's kind of like wow, but with Lex Wexner, it's like wow, right? So we're gonna talk about all those. They're each gonna get their separate video, and let me know in the comments. Do you like 5-minute or 8-minute? 5 to 10-minute videos better, or would you rather have like a longer 25-minute video just covering a bunch of stuff at once? But yeah, just an insane story, and we're gonna continue to find more. Yeah.